Hello everyone, and welcome to a Let's Play of Transport Fever 2. In this game, we are running medium settings, and we have a couple mods. One of them is Industries Expanded, which you can see here with the coffee and this goods factory. And one of the main things about this mod is how the food works in the different food factory. Because in vanilla, there's a vanilla food factory. You can see it's 2 crops for 1 food. Kind of inefficient. Whereas here, you get 1 meat, 1 coffee, or 1 alcohol to get 2 crops. I mean, 2 food. So it's a lot more efficient, and this is like on the entire map. Partly because this map, I did medium cities and low industry density. However, I set the target density for industry to medium. So what'll happen is over time, as we play, we'll get new industries to pop up. And I also set the abandonment to sometimes. So we'll see industries relocate throughout the years, which I think kind of keeps it fresh. And it sometimes presents new opportunities. Also, it sometimes presents problems if you had planned out to do a route that you haven't done yet, and then the industry says, "Hey, I'm gonna go away in a year." Um, so it keeps it interesting. Also, like I said, medium settings, everything's default, except I did 150% for the loan, just because starting out in 1850 here. As you can see, let me make sure I'm running at half speed. I do prefer half speed. Um, in 1850, then your loan's only 10 million, but this way we can get an extra 5 million of loan, so it'll be 15 million that we can do. That kind of helps out the beginning, so we're running more than like 1 train route, you know. Can't do too much with 10 million, and then I set the emissions down to low as well for the city growth effect, just because you can't do too much with emissions, and I like larger cities. So, even if you put everything outside the city, just the normal private transport by the time you get into the 50s and the 2000s will make the emissions pretty bad. So, it's just, you can't do too much with emissions. So that's why I turned it to low. Um, as far as different routes I've identified, I've looked around the map, and one good route is this coffee refinery to the food factory and back, because we'll have a full train going both ways. And Newberry here wants the coffee, which reminds me we're running European town names, so I may butcher some, being an American, but that's the way it is. And then we're also running European trains and transport. And then another route I identified over here was this oil refinery and this fuel refinery, and we have some oil wells up here and another oil well down here. So what we can do is, this city here wants fuel, and it's on the river. This city up here wants fuel, it's on the river. And this city over here wants fuel, it's on the river. So these are all kind of useful. Let's see, is there oil over here? No, that would be amazing if we have an oil well over here or something that we could just ship the oil to there. And then that way, when our ship comes, we're bringing the oil both ways. Oh wait, we're not running empty. So this is a nice little route too, easy, especially for carts starting out. We could just do crops to food. You don't want food, but you want food. We'd be running empty back though. I don't think we have nothing in this area that this town wants. You also want food, so we could do that. That's not too long where we're running back empty. Let's see, you want tools and machines. We got a tool factory here. We could run steel to you and then tools back, but those are 2 different types. parts, so that would still be empty, and we'd want your steel for your goods anyway. We'll think about it, but let's start off with the oil before we get too far. So probably what we'll want to do is we'll want the port here in town, and that way we got a good capture rate, and we really don't have to build any other transports heading out. In fact, let's go to the city view. Stations layer. Where is the layer? This is the layer I'm looking for. Okay, so your fuel's way over here, so that probably won't even capture anyway. Your food's close, but your fuel's not. So even if we build it right here, we won't capture all of this over here. So we'll have to build a facility anyway. So this is a nice little area right here that they're making out for us. So we can build the port here, and we'll just have to truck it, the fuel, over to here. And then we'll have to truck the food over to here. And we can do the fuel, the food here. This route won't be so profitable because we'll be running back empty, but it is water. So we don't have to pay maintenance for any road or track. So that does make it a lot easier, especially early game, because your ships run about the same speed as your trains, especially in 1850. You know, you're getting 20 miles an hour out of both of them. So it doesn't matter whether it's ship or, ship or train early game, because you're running about the same speed. What we're going to want to do is probably do a double terminal and then delete one terminal and make the one a large, because early game your only large ship is your oil. And so what we're going to do is make one of these. Let's get the landing out. Make this one a large, because your only large ship is the oil ships. And then we'll do a landing on this side. And we'll have to do a let's do the building first, and we are gonna want two. We'll make it 30 meters because it's gonna have to store quite a bit. And see, that should capture. See, that's gonna have to right angle. We'll run that southern road there, and then we'll have it be a little bit off like that, and then we'll just run this road to you. And that does catch. Very nice. Can we make it a larger? We can make it a larger road. And then that way in the future, we're good. Yeah, we'll just do the larger road. And then from here, can we get you on that intersection? We can. And then that way, if we want to, there's no cost to upgrade it in the future. You have to delete, everything off the street just to upgrade the street. In which case, we shall upgrade that whole stretch to 100,000. No, that's too much. We could just extend this road out to here. And then extend it even further. Construction not possible. Okay. Let's add a bin to it. We'll just go from here then. We'll go straight out, and then we'll add a little bend. There we go. And then we got this main road here with the port. And this is going to be the main road heading into town. I know we're not even doing anything yet, and we're already... We're future-proofing, okay? We're future-proofing the town hill here, because it's going to grow with the food and the fuel that it's getting. And we need to build a drop-off. Let's see. Actually, let's see what's captured with this port. A little bit of the food is captured. So what we can do is, we're gonna have 2 separate routes anyway. We'll have the one route drop it off on the side street. That way we're not... Well, there's not traffic in the beginning of the game anyway. We could extend this road to here, so that way they're just running on the outside. Then we'll encourage industry on the back end here. Then have them circle back. And then here, they'll come this way, come into here. And then we'll have them drop off there. And then we'll do this street coming here. Let's get it straighter coming out. And then we'll just bend it around. Like so. Then we'll have a line, 2 different lines here. One is gonna go to the food. And then a second line is gonna go to the fuel. And then we'll just call these... In fact, we're just gonna have them wait forever. And we'll just have a couple on this line, so not too many carts, because they will be sitting there for a little while. So if we put too many, then the carts will be waiting on the ship. So we want to kind of keep the carts moving the whole time. We'll name it Hail, which is the name of the... No, let's put a T for truck. And then Hail. And this is... The orange is food. And then T, Hail, fuel. And then also what we're going to want to do here, probably, instead of having another port here and paying maintenance on it, we'll just use carts and move this over into town. Over to the port. Paying for the road is cheaper than paying for the maintenance of a port. So we'll swing around. That's actually getting very expensive. Your carts are going to be a little slow going up the hill and down the hill. But I don't want to pay to do all that. And then we'll bring this road out. And then bend it. There we go. And then we'll do this route here. We're gonna do just a right platform. That's connected. And we'll just do a little deal right there. And then, yeah, that's all we need. So what they're gonna do, actually, I don't want them getting all involved with that. So we'll just do a drop off. over here. So they'll come here, do. We'll have them drop off there at the port and circle back around. Where was the line? We're gonna go from you to you and back. And this is gonna be tea, hail, crude. And this we don't have to worry about because this oil well is going to spit out oil faster than we can ship it. And then this way we only need to do one maintenance building. And we'll just put this off this road right here. And then what we'll do is we'll just, for now, we'll do 4 carts each. Just duplicate. You're gonna be food. You're gonna be fuel. A ship holds 90? We'll go 15. That way at least we got 60 running. And they should spread out. And we'll see how 15 does. We might have to up it to 20 for this crude route, but we'll see how 15 does. So that means we got the oil going to there. So we'll have oil here, which is good because on this you kind of want to double it up as well because you're getting 1 crude for the oil, which means when you're doing this you'll pick up half of your oil, which means you'll have half of your fuel coming back. So what we really need to do is have this oil well connect over here. And we could do a short train because it'll be empty coming back, but at least that keeps up with the ship, right? And that would be because we have no oil over here. And the only alternative is this guy here, which that's longer anyway. So we'll have to do, for now, let's just let it run half and see how much money we have left over. Because I also kind of want to do the food route. And we're going to do 1 large. These ports are like almost $1 million each, and the ships are $500,000 each. So this is not really a cheap way to start, although to be honest, a train's going to cost you over $1 million, so it is cheaper than a train. And then you got to pay for the tracks too, and then your station's running 300,000 for the trains as well. So ships are quite a bit cheaper. And then, like I said, it's the same speed in the beginning. So whether you're on ship or what are you doing? Whether you're running by ship or running by train, you're moving at a slow speed. It's only later when your trains start to take over your ships. And then we're gonna want see, do we really need a port here? If we could actually just part it to here, we could use the same port, right? Let's think about this. Instead of doing another port there, instead of doing another port here and paying maintenance on the port, we could cart the food over to this port and come back, and then we can have just the same port, and then we can run the ship food to you and nothing for now coming back. It's going to be empty, like I said, unless I want to grab that wood. Anything over here need wood? No. Yeah, nothing over here needs wood. Too soon for you. Conmat? Do you need Conmat? You don't. Do you need Conmat? No. And you're on the wrong side of the river anyway. Oh, you also want food. I could do the food down to you, and then grab the tools and the tools back. That would actually be better. That would be a better route. Is there any lumber near you? That's on the other side of the map. Where are you at? Wood to lumber, lumber to the other side of the freaking map. What about you? Yeah, at that point, you might as well just train it all the way. Um, yeah, so we're not going to be able to use that for a while. 'Cause there's just no wood over here. Okay, even if we got the wood and we ship the wood over to you, there's no lumber mill along the river at all. Yeah, no, there's not. So for now, what we'll do is we'll just do this little road route. It'll make us a little bit of money in the time being, and at least it'll get it started. We'll just put it at the end of the road here. And then for now, we'll just drop it off. I don't know what. We'll play with it later. So what we'll want to do is, yeah, just for future, we'll probably do one of these. In fact, let's just get it done now. We'll put it on this side of the deal. Put it a little bit back to give them some space. We'll move you there. And then this way we got one, we'll have one dropping off and one picking up. So what we'll want to do is have the right side be the drop off and the left side be the pickup. So you're going to drop off there. And are you in the correct terminal? You are in the correct terminal. Good. So this is going to be T Swanley. We'll just call it and we'll just leave it like that. We'll do our maintenance building probably in town in case we want to do anything else around in the area. So just put it over here in town. And yeah, we'll have to wait for them to get over there, but it's fine. And we'll just buy 10 Jill and put you on Swanley crops. So at least that route will be making some money while we do ships. Okay, so ships. We're gonna go from you to you to you and back. And we're gonna call this S for ship. And this is gonna be we'll just call it crude oil fuel. And so that way we got that. And we actually do want it to at least wait at the beginning until it's full up. 3 minutes is fine. That way we don't, we'll want it always full, at least on this part. It's going to be half full here and half full coming back. So that's not too bad. And then we'll need to buy a shipyard, and we'll actually probably put it down there. That way we have access to the entire river. And it's kind of halfway in the entire river. So no matter where we build ports in the future, the ship will have it. See, you can see we're already out of money. And we really haven't done that much. We've done basically one route. And we're out of money. The other route we could do is this route right here. The problem is we're going to be running back empty. Yeah, we'll be running back empty unless we can grab the silver. Where does the silver go? To nothing up there. We'll be running back empty. So let's not do this route yet. In fact, this is actually a pretty good route because we can go wood to lumber and then just go back empty. And then we can have the steel here. Actually, what we probably want to do is start at the... No, we have the steel. No, we go wood to lumber. Pick up the lumber, which is going to be 50%. Pick up the steel, which is going to be the other 50%. Drop it off at the machines, and then you're empty from there heading back, but you're getting pretty good there. In fact, right here, this is pretty easy. Stone to you. Let's get that done. That way that town can start to grow, and it'll be a little bit of profit. And let's just max out the loan to 15. And we'll do one platform. We'll put it there. In fact, it would probably be more efficient if we put it here. This side. Yeah, that catches. And then we'll just have it go through. We'll have you go, that's an exit. That's an entrance. And then we'll have you go around there. And you come around to here. You know, get a little bit more efficiency out of this. It really doesn't make a difference at the start of the game because everything's so slow. And then you're just gonna pick up and drop off. Right? We can use the same parts because the great thing about ConMat is it's 1-for-1. Unlike other things like lumber, where you're having, no, I don't want that. You're having to do 2 inputs to get 1 output. And I'll just have them sit there and wait and go back that way. It's no big deal. And then we'll do a drop off over here. I said this won't be too profitable. You know, we'll still make a profit. But at least we'll get this town starting to grow. And then we'll just finish off this block here. That way our guys can go in the circle. I guess that's kind of straight. And then we'll get our refund on the little stub. And then we'll make a line. You're gonna go from you to you to you. And it doesn't even matter if we have them wait for the bricks or not, because it's always 1-for-1. So even if they move with like half a load to town, the next guy behind will pick it up. So you don't have to wait. It's almost better that you just keep them moving rather than them sitting there and waiting. Because it's always going to be 1-for-1 stone for brick anyway. So we're going to do T to Howden. This is going to be stone I just call it brick. It's easier than conmat. Then we'll need a facility. And it doesn't look like we're gonna have anything there. So we'll just place it here in the middle. And we'll do, let's do 10. Duplicate to have them sitting in there. And then once we have them in the move and going to the bricks, we can send out the other 10. And that way they're kind of spaced out. What other route? The coffee route. We can go ahead and get this going. Then what we're gonna do is this coffee route, probably. Yeah, I mean, we could go there to, no. Yeah, we're gonna do this coffee route. Because that's gonna be good money. What else do we got? Okay, we got a meat shop near Hale, and they want food. So they're gonna get their food from here. And so we don't need that second, we really don't need that second port, but we've got it now. So what that means is this food from over here is actually gonna go up north now to Burton upon Trent. And like I said, the reason being is because Hale's gonna get their food from here. Because that's just way more efficient to go from you to you. And then we have this livestock farm right here. So that's nice and easy. So, like I said, the good thing about this mod, you see here, we get one crop for one livestock. And then you see here, we get one livestock for one meat. And then we get one meat for two food. So actually what that means is instead of your vanilla, 2 crops equals 1 food. What's happening here is you're taking 1 crop to make 2 food. So it's 4 times as efficient. So do we have any farms in the area? That's the question. Where is the nearest farm? Because that's golden, man. That is money. Where's a farm? Do we have any farms on this freaking map? Besides like y'all? Okay, we have farms here. We could take this crop down to you, and then what am I bringing back? Anything that goes in that? Silver? Where do you go? You're not going in the same direction, okay. Because I want something in the same gondola type of train truck as the crop. So like your ores or your stone carries that. If we had a quarry here or somewhere along this route, that'd be perfect. Because we could drop off the stone here. That would actually be perfect. And we are running a mod where we can place industry, so I might actually end up doing that. Is placing a quarry along this route to get him food, because then we're gonna go livestock, and then I guess around and up to you, and then back to you to make food, and then that way these guys also get con mats. So we can start to run the con mats down to you, and then maybe pick up the lumber, because that's a short run, we could do it. And then the lumber goes, oh, we needed lumber up here. That's a long run. We could drop the lumber off here. And then have another train run the lumber up from here. Like we could do the machines. Does anyone here need, you need machines, okay. So we could run the lumber up to here and get that half of the machines done. And then we'd need steel, which is here, which is quite convenient. So I mean, we're over here trying to figure out routes, and as you can see, this can get complicated. Another cool thing here is that we have this here with the mod, which is takes your tar sands like you find in Canada, you know, and that runs on the same cart as your wood and your steel. It's kind of weird, but that's you'd think it would be in a gondola, but no. Um, or you'd think it would be in a crude oil tank, but no, it's in one of those. And you take two of those to make fuel and sand, and then your sand goes to your conmat place over here, and this is efficient because you make two conmats with a single sand or slag, which again we have. Do we have slag over here? We do have slag over here, so that's useful. We could do tar to you, like that's a short run. That we'd have the money to do it. It wouldn't be, we'd only be going one way, so it wouldn't be definitely profitable. This is another route: wood to lumber, lumber to you. Like that's efficient, right there. In fact, if we wanted to be more efficient, instead of doing it that run, we could honestly just cart the wood to you and do only one station and save money on the maintenance. And just do the train back and forth and hope the carts can keep up. Right, because you'd just be doing lumber. No, that wouldn't work. Well, you'd be wood to lumber. Lumber. See, you'd be doing halfway. Do we have a second lumber mill or wood mill around here? No. We don't have a supplementary. I mean, we got one here. See, this is why I like this game, because you're trying to figure out these routes. So we could do wood to you. And then is there anything else we could take back? Ship back? Not really. Silver. We could ship silver back, but that's way over there. Because those silver bars are the same. We could come down here and grab this marble, but I think that goes over there anyway. Yeah. See, then this tar sands, we could go to you, and then bring the oil back down to you, and have you finish at the oil refinery. We could do that. We could have two separate trains, one like that, and then a second train to grab the oil. So we'd be running the fuel up to here, trucking the fuel into town, then bringing the oil down to this refinery, and then just going back, because coming here to this plastic, we really don't need the plastic yet. And that would just take it longer and make it pretty much unprofitable because we'd be going back empty. So I think we'll do that. That'll be a nice little run. We'll get this part done. And then that way we can provide some natural fuel, natural gas to them, oil, whatever it's called. And we'll, that captures it. And that's probably in line. All we need is a 160 now. We can extend it later. We don't want our maintenance costs getting too high. Is there anything else around here? No. So what's our main line gonna be? Because we don't want too many crossovers. Because we're gonna want this wood. I guess I could hit the main line here, and then come up over there, and then we don't want too many crossovers. We could have the tar. We can have this off the main line. It's not really a main line either. It's just trying to keep everything on the same set of tracks. We could have that set off a bit, and then run the main set of tracks past it, and then just run, have that intersect this main set and that main set, and then have it continue north. No, we don't need it to continue north. So we can run another dead end over here. And we'll just place it like that for now. Like I said, we can always extend these out past 160 for now, but initially your first trains aren't even gonna be like 120 meters, much less 240. They're gonna be small and short. Okay, let's go ahead and get the. Let's see, do I need a road connection there, or is that already connected? That's already connected. Here, this is where I need a little road connection. And then this sand, can I truck the sand? No, that's too far. I'll just leave it be for now. We'll just run a road there so we can get a connection. And we'll do the tracks. Oh, damn it. Well, that just wasted money. I mean, if really, when building, you want it paused, so you're not paying maintenance on it with nothing on it. In fact, where are we going? We're going up. So what we want to do is from there to there. Up. So we're gonna have an intersection here. And we want this main line coming up. Like so, I guess. I mean, we could, if we really wanted to, what we could do. We could just configure this and say we want this, and then eventually, let's see, we're gonna want another one. Yeah, we're gonna want a second one for the fuel, and we might. Yeah, we'll just leave the two because even if we get another train going over here to the con mats for that, in fact, that's probably just, we'll let that move. Because there's nothing really else we can grab coming back that's useful in this area. So instead of doing a half empty like that, we'll just let it move in the future. So we definitely want to double this up. And platforms, cargo, let's get you going. And then we'll put these tracks outside of it. That way we got a double track here to line up with it. And that will be the main track there. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. And I think we're just gonna single it up for now. Let's give it a nice little turn coming out because we're gonna have to go from here. Yeah. And then this is gonna have to come across and intersect here and go up. So this is gonna be kind of interesting. So that's definitely just single rail to you. And then we're gonna have another one that's going to you. So we're just gonna have you come out. So we're gonna have to double track this a little bit at least to kind of future proof. We'll just double track it there, and we'll figure out the tie-in there for the lumber later. It's not really important to do it now. We'll do our one-way signals saying, yep, we are definitely one way there. And then what we're going to want to do here is we're going to bring this out a little bit at least. And let's think about this for a second. We're going to have our fuel truck, our fuel, be on the inside here because it's going up here to the oil and over to here and back again. So we're going to want our tar sands to be in this left-hand terminal. And that's just going simply to there and back. That's all the tar sands is doing. So it's still gonna need a connection to both though. So we're gonna have it first, I guess, let's leave it a little bit more room to make sure a full train can fit in there. No, I want you going straight. That's a little bit much. That's probably good. Because in all honesty, this one doesn't have to go back on this main one. It's just going to swing around and go that way. So this one is the only one that needs to connect. And let's connect it to that side first. And then we'll have it come out a little bit and connect like that. And we'll put a signal there. That way they know, hey, you gotta stop. And then what we can do is if we want a little cross here in the middle of the terminal, what we can, because this side is the through side, is what we can do is here, we'll delete this. And then this way we can get a cross here in the middle of the terminal. Just in case, or we can do some signals in the middle of the terminal, either way. But we'll leave it like that for now. In fact, we'll signal it up just for future's sake. Okay, that's gone that way. And then we'll probably want another one down here. And then we're gonna have an intersection somewhere up there. Just leave it. So that train will come in and it's got access that way, and so it's good. And like I said, we kind of future-proofed as well. We're gonna want to have so this one right here, we don't need, so what we can do is this one is going to be, we're just going to have that one come in and intersect with this one. So we'll extend this one out and have that one connect. And this is going to be the one we will want to extend it for whenever we get bigger trains. And then that's going to go into this one, and this one is going to go ahead and cross into you. And sure, going to cross into you. And you're just going to sit there and have the... So that way the fuel train, which is going to be on the right side of it, has access to that way. And I'll have to do another intersection coming back. So let's just build that out. And this is going to have to... So what we can actually do is, instead of doing this, we'll just do a double switch. That's easier. So you're going to be... No, I want you to connect. There we go. So we'll have him go there, have him come around and connect to you. So these are both one way. So we'll just put a signal there, and then he's coming around, and then we'll have a signal on the other side of the double switch here. And we'll do the double switch about there. Doesn't have to be too fast because you're just coming in or coming out of the station. So it can be a pretty tight double switch. Come on. There we go. Oh, you... Actually, that should do it. That's honestly all we need. I'll just put a signal for one way here. I think that switch is really all we need. Because, yeah, he's coming in, he switched to there, and he's going out. Yeah, we don't even need a double switch. That switch is all we need. And then we'll have to build this out to here. Yeah, we'll just do both trains. Get it going. And we'll just single track this for now. Yeah, it's going up over a hill, but there's not much we can do about that. And let's see this oil road. Let's get this road out of the way. I don't want to intersect it. Oh. Good. So we'll have it come out and come back to you, and that should be decent. Sometimes these crossings get a little bad, but let's see. The crossing actually came out pretty good. And then what we'll do is right over here, we'll give it a little bit of room, and then we'll tie it in. And then, like I said, in the future, if we need to double track it, we'll double track it in the future. But for now, this is basically all we need. That way we save a little bit of money on maintenance. Because we are forever paying maintenance on these tracks. And there we go. We got it all set up. Now all we have to do is the lines, which means we are going to go from the tar sands to you. And then we're going to go from the oil. No. We're going to go from the fuel to the oil. And then, oh, I have to finish off this last part. We'll make a little road here. And then we'll want, where are you? Yeah, we'll want to end one because it's not going anywhere else. No, it's going there at some point. So let's delete that. Actually, we could have kept it. But we'll want this flipped around. And I think I actually lowered that by accident. And I think it would be better on the other side, to be honest, to get around that hill. And we're gonna have to snake through this hill to here. Yeah, so being on this side is actually better. We're gonna have to loop around. We can snake through there. We definitely can do that. It's just that hill's a little bit suspect. We can delete this road though. Yeah, this road's getting in the way. We'll just delete the road. Then we'll put it on that side of it. And for now, we'll just leave it like this. Again, 160, because that's all we need. We can always expand it later, whenever we actually end up with trains big enough. Which is why we make the tracks straight coming out. That way we can actually do that in the future. And what we're going to want to do is a weird freaking curve. Because this guy is going to want to go over. Where are you? You are right here. Let's see. What do you want to do? That's not half bad. I can live with that. Okay. And that's all we need. We don't need this rail coming back into here. So we're good on that front. And let's get back to the line. We're gonna add you. So we are going from you to sidings. Let's just rename you oil well. Oh. And then we'll rename you refinery. And the south there's fine. Let's see over here. Anything we want to rename? Rich wells. Tar sands. And we're gonna rename you R for rail. And this is gonna be Royal Tunbridge Wells. Actually, if we start doing the city names when they go across country, it's gonna be an ass. They're going through 3 different cities. We're just gonna name it for what they're carrying. So you're only carrying tar sands, and then you're gonna be carrying crude, oil, fuel. And I'll just put a 1 there because I'm sure there's gonna be another train that carries the same shit. Now all we need to do is set up a building here, and we'll put it at the very end. Actually, we could build a yard here, but that takes time and money. neither of which we really have right now. I mean, we got time, but I just want to get everything running. So I'll just do a quick one right here. Yeah, I built it on the hill. And both those should connect. And let's just put a one-way. Nope. And that's signaled up. And the tar sands is going to be... See, we got the D3rd here. That's all we have available in 1850. And as you can see, 25 miles an hour. It's not that fast. Then we need the flat part of the side stakes for the tar sands. So what we'll want to do is we'll want to get 40 of these. That makes 20 fuel per run, but that run's going to be a little bit faster, right, than the other run, because the other run has more stops and it's longer. So what we can do is actually we'll go 60 and we'll double it up. That way we at least have the tar sands going. That'll be 2 million, but I think that's what we'll do. We'll do that here. And then this other one, can I just clear it? We'll do the D3rd tank car, and then we'll just do 40? That's 8. Because we do 60. Yeah, let's just do 40 and see how 40 does. We can always add more later. Like, this math isn't perfect, but it's something. And then we'll have that done. We need to do a route into town. So we need this road back. But we'll make the road better this time. Oh, that was a pretty shit road to begin with. So we're going to be picking up the tar sands. Oh, the fuel, sorry. And we'll be dropping it off into town, which is going to be on this side of town, which is useful. Well, it's actually the middle of town. Yeah, they're just going to want to turn around in the middle of the road. So it doesn't matter where we put this. We'll want to be on this side of the tracks, of course, and we'll just kind of mirror the tracks. And then we'll have you come out. Then we'll do another line from you to you. And then we're going to call this T RTW, because I'm not typing out Royal Tunbridge Wells every time. And this is going to be fuel, if I can spell fuel. And what we're going to do is we're going to have you set to definitely wait forever. And then I'm not sure what the rate's going to be on this, so we're just going to go ahead. In fact, can I just buy you from here? I can. And I'll just wait for him to get over there instead of paying maintenance on a separate building. We're just going to start with, see, 8 carries 32. And I'm bringing 40 fuel. So for 40 fuel, we need 10. And we'll see how that works out. And that's this one. All right. And did we buy our ship? Let's just buy a second ship while we have the money here. And leave it in there So we're not paying maintenance on it yet if it's still in the shop. But this way, we let the route at least get set up. And we have the extra ship. Which reminds me, we need to see how far this other route got. And let's pay down our loan. That way we're not paying as much interest. And let's get it started. And they are starting to file through. And we'll fast forward it. Then what we'll do is we'll let these guys go off to that, see, light blue route. So those guys are off and running. These guys haven't quite made it there yet. Are you guys at least bringing... You're not bringing nothing yet. Why aren't you making fuel? You should be making oil. Because you're dropping it off there. Does that not reach? That should reach. Yeah, that reaches. Why is this oil, well, not producing? Because you're dropping off the oil here, that reaches there. And this guy's supposed to pick up the oil. Is something, that's why. Well, time to take it alone. I'll pay back the other 500. I just accidentally clicked it twice. Straight. There we go. Now you should be connected. Cool. Ship, I want you to go back to, what's the name of this port? It's just Haleport. Yeah, you go back to Haleport. And we'll just rename you Swanley Refinery. And Swanley East. We'll just, yeah, that's fine. And you are connected, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, now it's producing oil. Cool. You turn around. You turn around. You turn around. You turn around. Everybody turn around. Let's just pause it and let everybody turn around. Auto save. And yep, you turn around. Do you have crude? You have crude. Very nice. And aren't you supposed to wait at the port anyway? Manage line. Yeah, you are supposed to wait at the port. I don't know why you left anyway. But we finally got everything going. We're on full speed here. So we are going, and we're already below, so we can't repay the loan. Did you... Okay, I think you're just getting there. Yeah, you're just getting to the tar sands. And then where is our crew fuel train? Right here? Can I select you? Okay, you're loading up oil. So this is what the D-Third looks like here. The little guy in the back. He's got the coal behind it. So you're gonna go all the way around to you. and you should be able to do that unmolested. And this guy is about to get his tar sands, and he should be good. And as soon as these two guys go here in port, not into port, into the station, I think we'll call that the first episode. It was a lot of setup, a lot of getting things going, a couple mistakes on my end. Are you starting to get some stone? You are starting to get some stone. It's good, good. Let's see. And as you can see here's our first new industry. It's a steel mill near Swanee, right next to coal. That's convenient, and I think that's kind of close to people who need steel, like this machine factory and that machine factory and this goods factory, and it's right on the water too. And we got iron right here, so that's not a bad location. We might be using that here in the future, but we'll watch our tar sands train here get into the station and see how much it makes us. It is carrying quite a heavy load here for 1850. It's got 15 carts on it. And here we see the crossover. And we'll see how much we make. He's at 331. We should get a little pop-up anyway. Almost 500,000. Not bad. Not bad for one way. And this guy's about to drop off. So we'll see how much this crude here makes. He's gonna have to go back empty here to start because the crude's not making yet. But he will be able to grab the fuel on the way back. Well, actually, this refinery's not making anything anyway, so he's 341,000. That's not bad. And he's naturally going to be coming back empty anyway, up until here. And we are making definitely some fuel. It's going slow, but it's making. And looks like we got oil there. And we got you coming out with one. Well, we'll see what you do with one. In fact, we'll send our second ship out. In fact, did we ever? No, that's right. You're coming back home for the fuel. That's right. So we'll see what one unit gets us, and then we can just multiply that out by 90, or 100. Add a couple zeros and subtract a little off. So we'll see what the one unit gets us. And as you can see, our ship is moving at 14, which isn't too much slower than a train, and we don't have to pay for a railroad. The actual infrastructure is free, which is nice, and it's a pretty straight shot. Yeah, because that guy's moving at 14, and this train just got out of station, so it's whatever. But this train's in the middle of going it, and he's going 21. So he is going half again time faster. He's just going 18. He's going to end up going to 21. He's almost full, so that's a good sign. I probably bought too many carts for this one. That's all right. He's got 38 in there, and you're filling up. He's almost in. These ships take a while, but they do pay pretty well once they reach their destination. And it's got some Russian writing on the side, if I recall. Yep, there it is. Some Cyrillic. So I'm guessing this was an early Russian ship. It was probably on the rivers there, bringing up oil from Baku. Uh, and then it's probably going up the main river there from probably Astrakhan up to Moscow, if I had to guess. But I don't know that much about the oil history of Russia, to be honest. But what did that say? 5,000? Yeah, I think that said 5,200. So you can think about 500,000 for that trip, which is pretty good. And I'm just going to send you back. And send you further back. Well, okay. I want you going to Haleport. And let's hope this guy's full. He is not full, but we've got no crude there. So what that means is I need to add more carts onto here whenever I get the money to. But for now, I think that was a decent first episode. We got everything set up here, and I'll go ahead and pause time. And then I'll let it run a little bit while we're away when we have some money in the bank. So I'll see you guys on the next episode.